Hello, this is gonna be super quick, like 10 minutes, because I've got to start playing the game at past. Um, Hence why there's no green screen effect on this thing, but I called it. This is SquishiVision, where I give my immediate thoughts and reactions to something I've just watched. In this case, Doctor Who Flux. Once upon a time, excuse the cough. So I've just literally finished watching it. Here are my thoughts. I called it yesterday. I did an impromptu reaction to the like 30-second teaser, and from that teaser, I predicted that as a result of the outcome of last week's episode, all the characters were going to get like scattered across time and have to like inhabit other bodies, and relive kind of things that other people do, to a degree. That's exactly the plot of this episode. It's a mixture of them inhabiting other people's bodies and inhabiting um, their own bodies. Well, actually, not quite that, because I guess in the case of certain characters take on the appearance of other characters, it wasn't clear that they actually had the recollection of those characters that they took the bodies of. But I mean, I guess kind of the broad strokes of it, which is great, because I think it made it help me kind of follow. Yeah, I have a feeling again. This is an episode that's going to confuse a lot of people because it's quite ambitious, um, and they all mistake that for bad writing. But I fully understand what was most of the parts that's going on. It's basically a flashback episode. We're seeing parallel storylines. Probably some of this is irrelevant. Like I think probably Vinder's backstory is largely irrelevant to the last scheme of things, but it's a nice bit of filler. But maybe it plays into it. Who knows? But it seems to be that case. And then the things of Yaz and Dan, again, didn't seem to really have any kind of narrative to it other than they were being hidden in different parts of time, and that was the role of them. So it was mainly around the Doctor's arc, which was actually the most main narrative, and we get to see. So I guess now we have finally confirmation that Martin's Doctor is pre-Hartnell, is a division Doctor, is a pre is it's probably the last incarnation of the Timeless Child, assuming that they're not the first incarnation of the post-Timeless Child Doctor, which opens a lot of weird doors. So hopefully not the case, but I guess I'll have to wait and see. But it was great to see that character again and see Joe Martin again. That would have been brought back, even though I think I would have preferred there be a longer gap between the end of the last season and this season to let the camera child reveal kind of settle and everyone normalize instead of just the two specials that we ultimately had to deal with. But I guess that's the way things are. Um, well, the two specials we got between the episodes, both dark episodes, I can't even remember now. And then we got this nice kind of D plot, I guess, if we're assuming, well, maybe C plot, with what appears to be Vinder's partner. And I always like it when it's always a good sign when a story starts with a subtitle. I think it was what Belle's story. I think her name was Belle. That's a really good sign. We're gonna get something quite what's the word? Intriguing. And yeah, we did, and it was interesting to see kind of her journey, and we got a Dalek. So I was wondering when Daleks would appear because they contractually obliged to appear every year, so we got a brief kind of cameo from the Daleks. The Cybermen were chilling, if not underused, but that's pretty much how they've been used over the last couple of years anyway. Um, Even on the stories that they are the star of. So that was good. The Angel made an appearance, wasn't quite as spoopy as their brief appearance in episode one, but it was still a bit spoopy, I think. Let's try this message. Um, I guess they were trying to play around the effects of them appearing through a screen. And then yes, the Angels have finally taken control of the TARDIS. It's a nice kind of callback um, to their very first aim back in Blink, which I don't think I was actually expecting. And I guess it's a bit of a how do you say it? Maybe it's a bit of a cheap callback, but I think it's been enough time for it to kind of work. Um, I like the kind of little clues about kind of things. I suppose got a new in mystery of who that person was. I assumed they were a time lord because they had the kind of thing on their back, but then I thought that was a time lord collar, but actually it turned out to be a kind of a circular thing. So who really knows what they were? But they implied to be kind of existent after the current universe. So it's really like end of the universe scale stuff, and it's doing a good job at actually kind of cementing that. I'm trying to rapid through this quite quickly. So to some degree, this is my enthusiasm for the series, where it's going. Part of it is me trying to get my thoughts out in the next kind of couple of minutes I have left before I need to jump onto my game. But yeah, what else? What else? What else? Yeah, I like the kind of similar visual clues of things going on. Also, I can't remember if I said this in the last week's reaction because I certainly thought it last week. I think I maybe I forgot to say it. There's a lot of Loki, a lot of TVA in this, and I love to say that because I have been a strong opponent to the clickbaity assertion that Loki is very Doctor Who-ish, especially I think episode 3. Because I was like, well, this no, how is it Doctor Who-ish? What is the semblance? What is the resemblance? I couldn't see any. I think people were just, I think people were just being clickbaity, and I think people were buying onto the clickbait. But the reverse is actually, I think, more true here. The Maui seem like the actual, like if the TVA lizard dudes a rail and not a facade um Kang, then this is what they would effectively be. They're controlling time. I think maybe that's why I understand it so well because it's effectively a Loki plotline. I don't know if actually no, it couldn't have linked off Loki because Loki broadcast this year and this was probably written while or filmed while Loki was broadcasting. But it's very interesting that that's kind of what's actually occurred. Um, so yeah, I'm down for that. I have about 60 seconds left. And we're now half through the series, and I think we're in a good place. Next episode's gonna be focus on the angels. Um, Interesting to see what they do with those characters because as a one-off villain, they were more effective than they were when they were recurring. I think they were kind of split spoopy in Town of Angels, but they did something completely different with them, and that's why. But after that, it kind of became the same thing. It's like really two things you can do with this before it becomes too old. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that character. Also, I love the direction we're taking as Doctor. You've kind of been alluding to it for a while. But I like how they've not backed up on that, about how they become very aloof and very distrustful and very closed off to their companions, even though their personality you'd think would make them very open and very kind of communicative. Um, they're actually being quite closed off, and I like that, and I hope they stick with it. I hope it becomes more of a conflict. Anyway, that's my time. That's my time up. I'll see you guys for Doctor Who next week. Let's I'm trying to release this for then. Thanks for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. This I think probably my most efficient reaction yet. I should be best of time more often. Thanks for watching.